It is dumping snow outside today. So I thought today would be the perfect day to finish off a set that I've been wanting to complete for a long time. And it's this one right here, kind of hiding behind the Volkswagen Beetle. It's the Winter House, which is from Lego Creator Set 31038 Changing Seasons. I built the summer house and the fall one. Today we're gonna do the winter scene. Got a little cleanup to do here first. Check out my last video, which will be popping up here if you wanna see this build. Done. This build is, let's see how many steps we're looking at here. 59? Not too terrible. Looking forward to building this, so let's get started. Wow, that really scared me. My camera just turned off because the battery died, and I thought that I lost about 15 minutes of this build that I'm started on. Fortunately, it saved it. But without any further ado, let's get back to the Winter House. That was a lengthy build, but here is the finished winter house. I'll show you the accessories first. That's the snow blower, snow thrower, whatever you want to call it. Pretty cool. Most interesting thing about this is the sausage piece that they use up here to have the chute where it shoots the snow out. That's kind of crazy, but I like the way that turned out. Almost worthy of its own tutorial, but I don't think it's quite that great. The other little secondary build that you saw me build at the very end there was this tree. I guess it's a Christmas tree. It's got all kinds of ornaments and stuff on it and a star at the top, I suppose. That turned out pretty nice, and that's the little thing that you can set off to the side. And now we'll take a look at the actual house. I'll move that out of the way real quick just so you can see how many pieces were left over. So I think this was the easiest of the 3 builds of the Changing Season set. But this is like a nice little log cabin. At least that's what appears from the front here. Even though they're not exactly brown logs, they kind of look that way. They're kind of more of a maroon. But you have the green door out front here. Of course, you have the steps that lead up, little rocks. Out front, we got a snowman and the 2 minifigures, which I'll move out of the way so you can see the rest of the house because I think that's the main attraction here. Also in the front yard, you've got a lot of snow, but then you've also got some grass showing through because I don't think they had quite enough of these white pieces to really cover it, although you could probably get pretty close. But that would take away the detail of the rocks leading up. Over here, there's a nice little lamp post that has a wreath on it. Of course, the door opens up, mostly, even though it kind of gets hung up on those rocks out there. And then up here you got a nice little wreath there as well, and I think there's one on this side that has its own little window and that opens up. Speaking of opening, we'll go into the back of this if I can figure out how it opens. Actually, it's from this side. I was trying to open it from that side. That's not going to work. The roof, they also didn't have quite enough of the white pieces to cover the roof, so you got some of the maroon showing through, but the fortunate thing is the front of it is all white, and that's, I think, the better look of the 2 variations. So they got the little pull handle back here, which you can open up to see the inside. Let me move some lights down so you can see it a little better. I know this lighting's not ideal, but this is about as good as I can get it. Again, this swings open like that, and inside here, you got a nice little red chair in the back, has a brown seat on it. Over here is a little end table. You got a little envelope inside there, a little everything. There's a little lamp, a little cup, minifigure scale, of course, so you can get your minifigure in there. There's a kind of like a rug or something in front of this. I kind of like it when they add something into the floor. I hate to see that green come through. It reminds me of being out in the grass when you're inside the place. Over here on this side, you got the light brick in there, which you can see lighting up, and that lights up a fireplace. I don't know how well you can see this or not, but there it is lit up. I love the way it looks, and the fireplace kind of goes up the side. There's a little bit of a better look at all the stuff inside here. Nice little zoom on it. But we'll move over to this side, and here's the outside of the fireplace, and you can see it lights up out here as well, and then that goes up, up, up to the top, and that's where the chimney ends. And with that, I think that is it for the winter house. You got to see a little bit of everything from this. Nice little accessories that come with it, and it turned into a nice build. I was really happy to build that. With that, I guess this is the end of LEGO Creator Set 31038 Changing Seasons. I built all 3 of the builds, which I will link to in the description if you want to check out the other builds from this. Great set. I got a lot of use out of this, and I'm just very happy to have this as a part of my collection. So on that note, I thank you for watching this video, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. And also, if you're snowed in like me today, make sure you have a nice LEGO set to build.